Hi, my name is Prabesh Shah and my university ID is C7466878. Now let me change my Gmail to TBC Gmail. Now this is the Gmail of my British college from Kathmandu. Now I have filled the form. This is my Gmail. My surname is Shah and first name is Prabesh. My university ID C7466878. This is my university ID. Course BSc on computing. A tutor group. I am tutor group the British College Kathmandu. Important. I will fill the form honestly and realize that if my tutor see that I haven't, I will lose my marks. For extreme case, I understand I will be submitted to a plagiarism cases. When I tick yes it, to anything, it must fully work for implementation. This means that your output screenshot will match the example provided. All well and yes. I understand that I must upload my full code to upload it my backend deadline. If I do not upload the deadline, regardless of git commit will be submitted to a late penalty. Yes, I am recording a YouTube video showing demo for screen and showing showing and explaining my code is, and I will submit this form. Okay, yes, I understand. If my YouTube demo is over 15 turn and I will have to verify my account, I will put chapter video is question. Okay, I understand that I do what I asked. I will lose my marks if I do not provide the requirement screenshot. Then my tutor will not ask me to include. Instead, I will not be given the marks. Yes, I read assignment and instruction before asking question answer to do you how do the above are the for example. I have checked with latest version. See, let me show you. Now, take me to Windows Form 1, run the code. After running, exe is loading, .NET environment is also loading. Now we'll see Booz. This yes, this verifies that I am using Booz, and this is the latest version of Booz 2.01. Now let us get back to form. Now version control system. As of this is my GitHub account. You can see this is my username, so I have directly added in the form and the referral link. This is my assignment, and wait, let me redo it to verify this is totally correct. Okay, yes, exactly, this is a good push randomly. What is the link of your YouTube demo? You will have to skip the question first time because you haven't uploaded it. Okay, now I will add that paste to documentation GitHub as we have just and click it, so the full documentation. Okay, okay, now let me add this again, and this is my readme. I have added my, yes, this is my part 1 GitHub link, and this and this, wait just a second, this is my second part 2 link. Let me show you. Okay, as of this is my main. You can see each and every classes I have used, methods and everything are here. If you're running, you can go manually and check the documentation. Let me get back to form. Okay, now we paste the link, and now this is the link of my repo, public repo commits. Verify. As of till now, 51 commits. So I have added 51 commits in my 15 commits by part 2 deadline. Yeah, at least 20 documented commits since in part 1. Yes, I have done 3 commits in part 1. Updated readme full details. Okay, you can verify this through readme updated readme.md. Now checkpoint. Part 1 part 1 all done. 2 also done, 3 also done, 4 5 done, 6 done. Now final submission. Part 1 mm, 1 done, 2 also done, 3 design pattern done, and 5 replaced variable done, on loop done. This also done, and hosted also, document also hosted. Now let's go to form and check the next option. Okay, now now additional design patterns and so design clearly and they have done. As you can see, let me go to CS view code. Here you can see I have used ICanvas strategy for the program, so I have used this. Yes, in what is an canvas in what design run implement details before moving on. So what, so that you got the boost DLL library installed and out and with reports, and if you have totally written the library, they just say so. If you have totally rewritten it, must run all the boost program in examples. In your demo you must explain how it works. Record it. Okay. Let me show you the boost. Okay. But the environment is getting ready now. As of you can see the boost previously also have some variables. When you replace a class you must have rewritten it. Users are not using my code and not using AI generated code. You need to explain your code in your demo. Must fully run and deliver it with example pose and give the same output as example of png in the same. If you do not put example in the same repo program directory, you will mark down. Let's turn to this properly. For part 1, replaced into code and it produces the same output as the of example. So it's running boost example programs variable to unrestricted boost. Put an image of it running the same directory as boost program, so the program running, and so your code in your demo you must explain how does it works. If you do not, you will have to ask to record your demo to do a live demo. Okay, yes, it already works. Paste the image file in your repo, leave all the blank you have answered no. This should be stored in impose example directly and have a mine. Okay, original file name.png. This image is not there. You'll get no mark. Yes, I have done it. Replace real class with your own code and make it production the same output. Yes, so it running variable one unrestricted real boost and put an image in the same directory. Okay, but let me show you. This one. Now let me load the code. One boost examples variables. We have said variables one unrestricted real unrestricted real dot boost restricted unrestricted unrestricted reals dot boost. Okay, one. Now run. Now you can see as of this is the output, so I can take as paste the link of your file in your paste the link of image repo deep all file blank, and if you have answered no, the file should be stored in push examples program directly and have file name my file name .png. If the file is not, then you will not get marks. Okay, replace your array class with your code and it works producing the same output as of the example image. So it's running variable for example variable 2 unrestricted arrays boots. Okay, let me show you. Menu, load code, variable, what was the file name? One unrestricted arrays, unrestricted arrays open. Now let me run. Yes, as if you can see the output, this is the run of array code. Okay, so yes, paste the link of image from new repo, leave all blank field. If you have answered no, the file should be stored in push examples program and save file names. If the image there will not works. Yes, yes, I have done. Like yes. Now if while and for if you do not put the example output in the same push example program directly, you will down reports return go properly for part 1. In your demo you must explain how it works. If you do not don't, you will be asked to re-record your demo or do a live demo. Implement if with your own code and it works producing the same output as of example. So it if works unrestricted, so it's running if and loops. If and loops unrestricted ifs dot push. Okay, unrestricted if dot push. Those examples if unrestricted if open run. As of this is the output, you can see the code is running. Okay, paste the image of your repo, leave the link blank if you have answered no. The file should be stored in relevant push program directory and file name original.png if the image is not. Okay, implement while with your own code and it works producing the same code as of example. Okay, while working on stick, so it's running both example programs. 3 if and loops, 1 unrestricted while suppose and put an example of it in the same directory as of the program shows the image of running. So your code from okay. If and loops unrestricted while start pose. And now let me load the code. Mm, yes. What was that? The file name? Unrestricted while state was unrestricted while state was one run. As of this output, you can see the code is running successfully, and this debug window also says program executed successfully. Okay, yes. Okay. Yes, the image I have also edited the image. Okay. Implement for which you run code and how it works, producing the same output as of the example for working on yesterday. So it running. Whose example if and loops unrestricted for whose. Okay. Now so let me load. Unrestricted for what was the file name? Folder force. Okay. Open. Let me run the code now. As of this, the output is showing. You can see the program is executed successfully and the code is also running. Okay, yes, I have done this. Implemented else with your own code, and if working producing output of an image else working unrestricted is you will work without restrictions. So you have to show an example how did you do it in your demo. You must explain how it works. If you did not, you will be asked to re-record your demo or do a live. Wait. Use of interfaces. Suppose interfaces to be used for all classes and I prepare shows in your code and explain how I have used them. Yes, I have used. Let me show in code. These all are triangle shape command, command.cs, po command, fan, move to real command.cs. You can also see draw to command. These all are the parts of the faces. Let's back to form. Your own interface and use appropriate so in your code and explain how have you used this. Yes, I have done. Further unit testing, you need to have a clear unit test of each classes. Yes. Unit test is for my classes. Code. Wait, let me run the test test. Now test. Test. Run all test tests. There are 7. Let me check. Build success. I found 7 tests. 7 by 7. Now let me show you all the test. Enterprise basic test. Well, now you can see all the tests. All tests have been passed. See, this was the previous interpreter basic test in which I have declared the custom interfaces. Now let's get back to form. Unit all tests separate test classes which correspond to each of the classes and not all the classes. So in your code test. Okay, now let me show you the test class. This is my test class. You can see the code done this. Yes, this include all the parser and run variable with variable create a variable default. Now you can check the test and methods. Let's get back to form. Okay, unit test documented with XML comments clearly. So in the purpose and so in your code. Yes, you can see the XML comment in all the files have been included in all files. You can see in this. By the way, I think it's stuck. Now let's unit state pass and show them the following framework. Give green ticks, new team. Okay, Now, as I have previously shown you, now I again show you the all the tests. See, previous all the tests are now we are running it second time. You can also see all the 7 by 7 all tests have been passed. Okay, now let's get back to form. Okay, now let's continue with design pattern factory. Design pattern user command generation code. Okay, how it works, you can see this in app command factory. I have a implemented with XML codes as canvas and app factory command factory. This is the and this implements. See, this is the switch which converts drawing move to command, trim, cut, and these all are the directly link with the classes, and it work on the condition of this. As you can see all the codes. Now let's get back to form. Single design pattern from so object single a single skeleton design pattern used for classes. We have one object, so it in here code and explain single design pattern. Okay, single single design body, you can see single design pattern in call command. Yes, this command calls the different and parentheses string directions public write over check parameters string parameter. In this you can get the custom commands. This now let's check the form for another requirement, additional design pattern. Yes, any additional design pattern. Okay, as we are working on this form, I have made one mistake. I have forgot to add the file location. I have just added the file location. I have not added the png. It was totally confusing. So where we were at if while loop, if you directly output in the same bus example, you will be marked down. Didn't do properly part one in your. Okay, we have done this. If and unrestricted bus, put an image a bit running in the same directory as bus program, so the program code and how it works. Yes, I have done this. Okay, image location already read. Now continue with one unrestricted push files. Okay, now let me run this. What the environment is being created. Let me see one unrestricted file dot push unrestricted load push one unrestricted the file one unrestricted folder one unrestricted file restricted file one run. As you see, the program is executed successfully. Now I have also added the location here. Now moving on to next code, the same output unrestricted boost force. Now let me try load unrestricted boost force run. Now see, this is the output. Program has been executed successfully, and this is the file location. Now insert unrestricted else without restriction you have done, and this is the file location for this. Now implement methods. Let's go to method load file. Pose examples, methods to me upon run. As you see, 50 and 2 are executed successfully and have also entered the file location. Now let's check another of methods. Okay, yes. Okay, let me do it again. File load, and this was upon run. Oh, oh, I have loaded the wrong code, I guess. Back, desktop, pose method upon run. Yes, the program is executed successfully. Have you done anything additional and sustainable with the challenging web version? Yes. Now let me run the web version. To running the web version, I have to mm, I have to go with Visual Studio, or I can. Okay, now start. This is the web version. My both web and UI are same. Now let me show you the UI of web. This is my web. This runs as same. Back to document. I have not used iPad, not any extra library use or the on functional facility use. No. On variable, yes. Into variable shield class in pose. It may have very difficult to run our programs. That's it now. That's thank you for watching.